card and we're going to step it up a little bit, so I'm going to show you how I decided to do that. The designer paper on this card is called Flashback, and it really is a fun paper. I have kind of fallen in love with it, so this is the only piece I have left of this strip. It's a 12 by 12 card or designer paper. So you can see it has 12 different designs for you to choose from. And on this card, the card is 5.5 by 7.25, and I scored it at 3 inches. So it leaves this little bit of an opening here, and I wanted to add this little leaf across there just to give it some detail. Now I'm going to show you how I created, now this is all one color, but for the stepped up version I want these different colors, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you want to see how to stamp this image in two-stepping, I featured that last week in my quick tip video last Wednesday, so you can go back and take a peek. But for now I want to show you how I created this border. This is the Bordering Blooms stamp set, and it's a two-step. So I've got Pool Party. Now you could ink these up, you know, with Pool Party. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight and Calypso Coral with your Stampin' Right markers, but I am a little impatient, or maybe if you don't have markers, this is a way you could do it. So I'm going to ink up just that one stamp, and I'm going to stamp right there, go in and stamp that one, go in and stamp that one. Now I can flip it over once, so I don't even have to clean in between the first two. I just flip it over and use the other end, and I'm going to stamp here, and here, and here. Now I have to clean it because I've run out of images there. If you don't have this Stampin' Scrub, it's really something you might want to invest in, because it really is great for larger stamps. You can see how this whole stamp gets on there, and I sprayed a little stamping mist and I clean on one side, dry on the other. And you can take those pads out and wash them, so it's good for many, many years. I have some that are, you know, like 10 years old. And we're going to just stamp our yellow one like that. And so that has created the inside to our card. Now you're going to stamp, to step it up, you're going to stamp 3 of the flower images, and you're going to want to cut out the first one. This stamp set is the Flower Patch stamp set, and you can see that it has 19 different pieces, and it has this really great framelit, so you don't have to cut out most of them. You can see all the different shapes to cut out the stamp set. All of our framelits come in these nice little folders, and I do buy a piece of magnetic sheet and put mine on it just because it's easier to keep track of them, but they store really great in here. So now I've cut this one out with the framelit, and the others you got to do a little bit of fussy cutting. So the next one I cut out, I just cut out the center and the 5 petals. And on this one, it's always a little bit difficult for me to tell where to cut, but you're just going to cut the petal that's directly next to those other 5. So now we have our 3 pieces. I've mounted the first flower here, and you're going to take the next one, and I just put it dimensional right in the center of this here. Oh, I got a dimensional that I've cut in half, so now I'm going to peel both of those little strips up. And then you're just going to match this up with the petals that you've cut. And sometimes that can be a little bit of a challenge too. There we go. And then I put another one in the middle here. Actually, I'm going to put it on this one so I can see where I'm going with it, so it doesn't show through to the other edge. And then I'm just going to put that on top of that. Now, to give it a little dimension, I just pull these up with my fingers like this, and to give us some dimension. I'm going to add one of our designer buttons to the center. And so there we go. There's our stepped up version of this card, and I hope you enjoyed today's step up stamping. Hop over to my blog at www.stampstodiefor.com or Allison's blog at Crazy Allison, I was going to say, but Stamp Crazy with Allison.Canada, CA. Hope to see you there. Happy stamping!